From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. On play action, Allen. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Kittle with the nice hands there, and he's coming off yet another all-pro season in which he was a lone player at this position to eclipse 1,000 yards for the year, and he only needed 65 catches to do it. Once he grabs the ball, good luck getting him on the ground.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Play action. Now it's Allen. That went out wide and intercepted. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
Now it's Fields. Flush to his right. Down right side here, and it's complete. A first down there and a pickup of 25.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
This pass complete to Ruckert. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Jeremy Ruckert, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. 7-0 is our score. Ready for the dynamic kickoff as this one's away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. In the first drive, they were moving the ball okay. Then the interception. Now time to regroup after giving up the score.
Yeah, I noticed him on the sidelines talking with one of his coaches, and they were comparing the pictures, right? You get the photos, what the defense was doing. They were carving it up pretty well, as you noted. I think they focused a lot on, okay, what happened on the interception ball, seeking to avoid it in the future.
Here's Cook again. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. They took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
2nd and 10. Up the middle to Davis. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. About this Jets defense. They come into play number 12 in the NFL against the run.
They're not an elite unit. They're not, as what you'd say, the top part of the league against the run. They're a solid group, though. They do a good job. What they're looking for in this one, though, is an elite performance.
Allen. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now this is going to work out well as it's out of bounds near the 13-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown. They got the stop. And now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finishing it off, because right now it's out there for them. They've just got to go seize it.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes, they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time, he uses quickness to make a play.
And he'll find Hall. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
And some room to run now. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 41. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Out of the gun, Fields. This pass out wide to Hall. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. To the air again, Fields. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Gregory Rousseau in there for the sack on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here. They need 18 yards here on third down. Here's Fields. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Channing Tindall. And the Bills are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They'll start at the 40, so great starting field position following the interception. And his pass incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. Has his man, it's Shakir. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Coming into the week, he's the NFL's leader in receiving yards. There's his first catch, and it's good for a first down. Throwing now is Allen. Completes to Shakir once again. So from the 37, here's 2nd and 6. And the tight end goes in motion left. To the air, Allen. Connects with Kittle underneath. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
On play action, Allen. And incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Allen gonna throw. Shakir hauls it in. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Here's Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Keon Coleman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown. So 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. And he'll get this to the 32.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Hall again. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Here's Fields. And this is going to be incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Here's the Jets punter now. Back deep to return is K.J. Hamler. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Well, McDonald gets in there to take him down.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
To throw, it's Allen. Over the middle, complete. It's Coleman. So the completion gets him just a yard. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up, it's 7. Now 3rd down and very long. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. In trouble, and he's taken down. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Returnable for Thomas. That'll be a 41-yard punt. 4 yards there on the return.
And the Jets will take over.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Fields now to throw. Flushed out right. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. To throw is Fields. Complete. Smith has it. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Fields. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Throwing again is Fields. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Fields. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Bills are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they've got a little under 40 seconds to go if they want to try to put something together here. They throws it on the move but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Now Allen. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Will McDonald. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Now flags will come in. One of the Bills got going a little early. Not a great start to this drive. You had the sack, now the false start.
I mean, it doesn't take much to either read lips or just imagine what the head coach is saying right now. Get your head in the game, guys. Let's go.
A final shot before half for Allen. And his throw here is incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
Ball again on second down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. Fields changing the play. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. Shifts by him. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. From the 50, here's Fields. He dumps this one off here to Hall. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. They'll run with Hall. No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. On play action, Fields. Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. And the Bills are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spend in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
And that's going to be incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Now a 2nd and 10. Allen now looks to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Back to throw. Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. The Bills send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here's Thomas. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. Back to throw. Fields. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Taylor. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. A shotgun snap. Fields. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down. Now it's Fields. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Bills are going to get the football back at their own 17. Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst, a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows the defense to tighten up their coverage, and they picked that one off.
Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Now Allen. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Allen. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Here's Allen to throw it. And this one too low. So he stopped for no gain, and that'll make it second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a first down on that last catch as well. Throwing now is Allen. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep blow, but the clock running down. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James Cook, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Bills have broken our tie and have taken a fourth-quarter lead. The extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. And he'll have a Jets first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On first down, right back to Hall. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
From the 42-yard line, here's the 2nd and 9. Now Fields going to move him around. On play action, they'll throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 37.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Here's Fields. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Hard throw, incomplete.
After that throw, and it was definitely one that he would love to have back, I wonder what's going through his head. I wonder what kind of mind game he's playing with himself to get himself back on track. Because a lot of guys, that's what they do. They have little triggers that when the mechanics are off or if they make a bad throw, that they go to that place to get themselves back in sync.
4th down, Fields has to have this one. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Bills are going to get the football back. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So you've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over. Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
66 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The offense on third down tonight, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. From midfield, here's Allen. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets are right back in this football game. Here's Fields. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback. So that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Fields. And that'll be incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the 1st on the 35-yard stripe. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On 4th down, Fields. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the 1st. Fields now to throw. Got a man complete. It's Taylor. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. To throw is Fields. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
All eyes on Fields. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. Now Fields. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Here's Fields. Complete. Smith has it. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. What a way to wrap up the week. Now a big play. It's 3rd down. Hall on a give up the middle. And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. They'll go for it. It's Hall. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Flush to his right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
Back to throw. Fields. They'll roll him out, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. This is 3rd and goal. He's back to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Here we go on 4th down. Fields. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Bills have just about sewn up this football game. Allen down to a knee, and that should just about do it. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. Well, on one side of this, Charles, an impressive victory.